Hello and welcome once again, fellow gaming fans. This is Small Archangel. Thank you for joining me for this episode of 7 Days to Die, War of the Walkers. It's day 14, which means we're expecting a horde this evening. And therefore you can expect I might do, I don't know, a bit of editing and what have you. I don't like my episodes to go over half an hour, but hopefully we will survive this evening's horde. I'm just getting my health back up to, was it 91 our max? I'm not quite sure, but we're nearly there now. So what we need to do, I've got a sprained or broken leg, but it's splinted, so that should be okay, but it's going to be a little bit slow, so we're going to have to be a bit careful what we do today. In any case, we have got, I've slowed down my mouse speed, so hopefully that's, again, it's going to be perhaps going to require a little bit of getting used to. That is where we need to go. There's some dead wood down there as well, so get the right one, there we are, and we're going to have to get some more. There we are. We're going to have to get some more frames set up upstairs as well. Now there's some grass there, so we'll get rid of that. Okay, where's my pine seeds? There they are. Alrighty. And that must be the right location for that. And we are too cold. Of course we are. Thankfully, I still have my coat. Okay, so that is going to grow then up there. It's got to be in the right position because it's entirely surrounded by trees. So what we want to do, we've got some torches. I've got 10 torches on me. So we're just going to switch those around there. And we are going to make sure that we've got torches on these trees over here as well. So I'm going to face inwards and I'm going to put them fairly sort of high up like this. And for the moment, I'll just put them on every other tree. That's not quite in the right position, but I'm not sure if I can pick it up again. Hopefully the Zeds won't be able to destroy them anyway, so it shouldn't matter over much. And I'll put one there. We can't even see that one. And here. And then we have to do the same thing over here. We've got a torch there, actually. Let me just put those torches away. See, it's going to be a little bit difficult to tell, actually, where we really need our torches, because we're not going to be able to see very well. I think we've got a torch there, haven't we? Actually, yeah, I'll take that one. And we'll put one there. And one there. Alright, now, I think we perhaps need to put one there as well. And we seem to have fairly good light coverage now, but I'm not absolutely certain. We're going to have to tweak that as we go, because, yeah, it's kind of difficult to tell in daylight, really. I've got a couple of torches left anyway, so once it starts getting dark, we're going to be able to see that more easily. Dead zombie. We're just going to leave the dead zombie where it is. Okay, so we should hopefully be more or less set down here for this evening's festivities. What I want to do as soon as possible, because at the moment most of our stuff, including food, etc., is over that away in a couple of chests by our farm. This is not ideal, and therefore what we probably need to do is start fairly straight away making the platform that goes above this one. Now, it's looking to me like wherever we put it, we're going to end up with, you know, branches in our living room, unless we make it absolutely here. But that doesn't seem to be a very good plan somehow. Now, I have done a test of a tree house. I'm going to expand that platform of hay bales, I think, because otherwise I will fall down. I have done a test of a tree house, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it was to this model. And it did not end up full of branches. So I honestly don't know how that came about, because as far as I'm aware, these trees ain't going to get any bigger. 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're 6 blocks up. And then in the test version I did, I then had the upper platform 4 blocks up from that, so there, but that is going to be absolutely in the branches and we aren't going to be able to see a thing. So I'm not really sure how I managed that. I'm not really sure how I managed that at all. Where's our... There it is. There it is. Now, I could put a frame in there. And to be honest, it's above a sapling, isn't it? Yes, it is. I'm just not sure if that's going to cause... Whoa, the sapling beneath to bug out and not grow. Actually, it doesn't look like it's directly beneath, does it? No, it doesn't. That is directly beneath. Okay, but we don't want to fall down there tonight. So, for the moment, I'm going to take it out. So, hopefully the sapling will actually still grow. Oh, look, this is damaged, probably by me. So let's just fix that by picking it up and putting it back down again. There we go. That's the easiest way to make sure that you don't actually accidentally trash it and turn it into an upgraded wood block. So yeah, I'm not sure really. I wanted ideally to place our build, kind of our base platform sort of here really. But that is going to be still in the branches and we're not going to be able to see a thing. So maybe, then again, it's not particularly safe, I guess, to sort of be at this level. I don't know. Maybe what we should do is, because I don't really, we could have a hollow floor, I suppose. What we could do, we could build a base here, but have the floor just as frames. It's not particularly secure. I'll have it upgraded underneath where my benches and what have you are to give them a bit of protection. That's the thing really, we don't want to lose our crafting benches and all our supplies to zombies sort of destroying the frames below them. And once spitters turn up, all bets are off and basically we're going to be going elsewhere for Horde Night. We're just going to have to, because otherwise we're going to lose our entire base. So maybe the best thing to do is going to be not to try and build up there at all, unless it is to build, as I said before, some sort of a crow's nest kind of thing, so we get a decent viewpoint. Now these trees are really, really tall. However, the branches... Now, if I just kind of, just out of curiosity, I'm going to nerd pole up a bit of a way, being very careful not to break myself, and I'm just going to find out if there's any point at which we can see a thing. This is a dangerous thing to do, isn't it? Because I could very easily hurt myself because I can't see what I'm doing. Is there any point at which building looks like a good idea? Like, could we build something right at the top, for example? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? I'd certainly like some sort of lookout zone up here. But whether we could actually build, whether it would be structurally stable to build between the trees here, I don't honestly have a clue. I can see all of the tops. I'm just going to go into crouch mode to see if I can place anything, because I'm just scared at this point that I'm going to die, obviously. But I'm not sure if this is going to be a goer. Can I place a it doesn't look like it. Doesn't want to let me place anything against these trees, so I'm not sure that that is possible. This is not something I have tested, and as I say, I'm a little nervous to even try in case it causes my demise, which would be a little embarrassing. Okay, so I'm going to guess we can't, because I can't see anywhere where I can put this frame, and if I start building frames here now, they're probably all going to collapse and then I'll fall down and kill myself, because we're a long way up the trees now. As I say, I would really like to be able to build a little crow's nest or two kind of lookout points up here, because you do get the most amazing view, obviously. Although, yeah, I'd have to go even taller than the trees to really get a view, wouldn't I? I wouldn't be able to see very much otherwise. So, let's go back down again. But you can see all the way down, all we're going to be able to see realistically is a bunch of branches, even inside our base. So, it's not really going to work. I don't know for sure what kind of trees I actually built in previously. Oh, crap. That was really stupid. I took out the wrong one. Oh, this is so stupid. I had a load of splints and now I've got none because I keep re-breaking my leg. See, this is another reason why treehouse bases... I'm just building up a massive list, folks, of why treehouse bases are a stupid idea here. So, you know, I was willing to give it a go, but... Alright, so we're going to have to build at this level. For better or for worse, we're basically going to have to build at this level because otherwise it's just impractical. We are not going to be able to see a flipping thing and it's just going to be stupid. So, so what we're going to do, I think we are going to have to build sort of here. We're going to obviously have trees coming through our walls anyway, but what we're going to have to do is build... No, don't pick up the wrong block again. So where's my... Okay, so obviously my upgrading hammer has been put in with the other stuff, but it's a pretty rubbish quality one anyway, and I should probably just make myself a new one, because that's rather better quality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade... a layer all the way around. So we've got shoot through here, but this is where our walls are going to go, with this layer of trees on the inside, and we'll just leave most of the floor in the middle as see-through, shoot-through. Okay, so we've got all the way around the outside, and as you can see, we've got one tree smack bang in the middle of our base area as well. We'll have a tree in this corner, of course. For the moment, we don't, because it's still growing, but we will have a tree there as well. So this gives you an idea of the kind of size of area we're going to have, which is not massive. It's not massive at all. You are resting. Yes, that's a very good point, actually. I could do with resting, couldn't I? Now, there is such a thing in this mod as well as a health block, which basically emits health. So if you are in the basic area, you don't actually have to be standing on your bedroll. You can regenerate health just by being kind of in your base, really nearby, which is very useful because it means you don't actually have to stand on your bed. You can move about the base doing stuff overnight and you will still regenerate health. This seems like a brilliant plan to me, and we will definitely look into doing that later on. But first of all, we have more important things to do, such as trying to sort of sort out our base. Now, it might not be a bad plan to get this double reinforced. As I said before, we can't afford to go any more upgraded than reinforced wood, because reinforced wood has exactly the same load bearing capacity. It has exactly the same... it's more durable, of course, because it's effectively 2 layers, but it has the same weight as unupgraded wood. So anything heavier than that, we start getting into iron, all of a sudden it's too heavy and we can't actually guarantee that it will stay up. The whole lot might end up on the floor. And before we move our stuff back in here, I really want to be sure that it's not going to go south, quite literally. Okay, there we go. So now we've got our main entrance here, which means that possibly we should think about having an entrance to our base at this location as well. So maybe we'll think about putting a door there, perhaps. And then we'll obviously have our walls going around here. We'll have some windows as well. That's not what I meant. And maybe we'll have more than one door too. Maybe we'll have a side entrance too. Okay, so our farm is off in that direction. So maybe what we should do is have a doorway there as well, going through to the farm. Maybe that would be a good idea. And then we probably want our walls to be at least that high, like so. And we can work out whereabouts we can put windows. Not where the trees are, obviously, because that would be pointless. And not where the doors are. So there's a doorway. And there's another doorway, so this is going to be kind of like a hallway area, really. Okay, so time is getting on, and what is more, we have unfortunately attracted a horde of burning zombies who hopefully aren't going to be taking out my trees. Ta-da, lovely. We've got some skill points to spend, so I'm going to spend those before we deal with tonight's horde, hopefully. But I need to make some arrows. We've sort of got a starting structure up here, but no more than that. And I'm going to struggle to loot any zombies at the moment because I don't have anywhere to put anything, and my inventory is entirely full. And earlier I think I heard a zombie break something, but it obviously wasn't a tree. I don't know what it was. There's a zombie here as well. It's 7:30. There we go. And there's another one just down there. And obviously, it's more difficult for me to shoot them now because we've got the walls. Missed him. There we go, he's down. Now, unfortunately, these things make that crinkling noise whether they're alive or dead. So, even if I can hear one moving about still. He's over there. I can jump out through this window and try to hit him. So I don't really want these guys added to my horde tonight. Die! Down but not dead. Oh, for goodness sake, stop hitting the ground. There he goes. Alrighty, now, we're going to need some arrows. There they are, look. I can make an absolute ton, but that's not a great plan because I can't quite remember what the stack size is for these things. So we'll just stick with 200 for the moment. Now, I do have some iron arrowheads somewhere, but of course, they will be in and amongst my... Do we have any more of these guys anywhere? I'm not sure. Yeah, the iron arrowheads are going to be in and amongst my in the stuff that I have stashed elsewhere. So that at the moment is not particularly helpful. I can't make any iron arrows. So there's a doorway, and there's another doorway there. And as you can see, I've been all the way around, and basically we've got a doorway there as well. And basically we've got, I think, 2 windows on either side we should have. There we go. Window there, window there, window there, window there. And then doorways in this corner. So so there we go. So that's our basic base setup. And then, of course, we will have a roof on the thing as well. But as you can see, the ceiling height is going to be kind of there, I think. And from that point of view, it's pretty good because it means that we're not going to have any leaves intruding into here at all. It's kind of not ideal in here because it does mean that unfortunately we are going to have yeah, we're going to have to take out a certain amount of the floor, and so it's going to limit the amount of shooting the zombies that we can actually, you know, do here. So what we're probably going to have to do is find some other way or build another platform or something for zombie fighting, or, you know, just kind of around the outside here. And maybe what I'll do is build a load of spikes, make a load of spike traps. We're a bit late for that now, of course. Make a load of just the normal kind of spikes, and then stick those all the way around the outside underneath here, and then we can just kite the horde around the outside, and that way I don't have to worry too much about this. I might leave a bit in the middle because obviously screamers are going to be attracted by the forge, etc., and the heat, and they are going to then yeah, because of that we're going to want to take them out as well. So but for tonight's horde, yeah, we're basically going to be having to deal with this as best we can, in spite of the fact that we can't. Yeah, we're sort of impeded when we come to here. We're gonna have to kind of jump through and what have you. But there we go. So we'll do the best we can. We have got plenty of arrows, I think. Yeah, we've got 258 at the moment, so we should be absolutely fine. I've got some spare wood frames as well. In the meantime, I'm pretty hungry, but I've got some food in here somewhere, I think. We've got... Yeah, look, I've got bacon and eggs. That was well planned, wasn't it? I've actually got some food on me. Eat. There we go. And there goes the Horde. So, let's see if we can fight them from here. That bedroll might possibly get in my way, but at the same time, I can sit on it, and yeah, it will help me to recover my health too. Now, if only they'd stop running. Spikes, of course, will help with that too. Oh, of course, I was going to apply my skill points, but as per usual, we kind of ran out of time. So, one thing that I will do, I think, is we'll see if we can invest in archery mastery. Master Archer, there. Because that is going to help us a great deal. Let's see if that helps us out in our endeavours tonight. And we'll try not to shoot the trees, because we could probably damage the trees ourselves by shooting them as well, which would not be clever. Well, it's dawn, and that means these guys are moving slower now, and also are not going to get replaced when I kill them off. So we're going to hopefully be able to clear up now, and then head on down and see what the damage is. Hopefully there is 0 damage, because there isn't anything for these guys to actually damage other than trees. We can check that by waving our hammer around and sort of checking to see if there's any damage to the trees. We can't repair it if there is, so we have to hope that there isn't. There's always a possibility that if there is any damage, I have caused it myself by shooting them. I have tried not to, of course, but it's very difficult to avoid shooting something when you've got, you know, there's obviously some still around, isn't there, but I don't know where. There we go. Yeah, it's very difficult to avoid shooting one of your pillars when you've got this many of them. Yeah. Right, let's just have a little look, shall we? Most of our corpses are over here. And on the inside, And there's another one down there, actually. But it looks like all of these trees are hale and hearty, doesn't it? Oh, there's a little bit of damage to this one. And I don't think I shot it. But that is something we're going to have to look out for. Is damage happening to trees. Because they do not heal over time. Oh, my bow is pretty trashed, isn't it? The trees will not fix themselves, and we can't fix them. Which means that occasionally we might just have to take one out, like we have done with this one. But we can only afford to do that with one at once, of course. We might have to take one out and regrow it. So an organic base indeed. And what I would ideally like to do here, we do have a tree right in the middle of the floor. We could do with using the floor space, so I don't really want to have a shoot-through floor in here. We need it secure, and we need to be able to hide in here as well, because if any hordes come through in the night with spitters, in them, just random ones, not feral ones. We know when to expect the feral horde. We don't know when to expect random hordes of whatever turning up. And if we've got a see-through floor and they spot us, they're going to trash our base. It's going to be sayonara in 30 seconds, so that would not be great. So I would rather have this as an enclosed space so that we don't, in point of fact, have to... I think we're all right for health. I don't think we need to regain anymore. We're at 93 now. Whoop. So yeah, I would rather have this as a sort of secure space, but what we might do, as I say, is we'll place some we'll try placing some spikes all the way around the outside, and we'll use this as a sort of a kite around platform to sort of, yeah, try and kill the zombies on Horde night. And if that doesn't do well enough, then we'll make ourselves an extended platform going off in this direction, because there's a nice big space there, possibly without trees, so we're not worrying about you know, tree damage and things, so possibly not a tree one. I'm gonna have to put my coat back on for 30 seconds and then I'll be too hot. So there we go, folks. Oh, I've got another zombie interested in me now. We're going to have to pay a visit to the class trader, I think, to try and get this bow sort of repaired and, yes, replaced. We've got an awful lot of looting to do, so in the next episode, because I don't want to do it off camera, in the next episode we're going to pick up where we left off here. We don't have any damage to clear up, we just have an awful lot of zombie corpses, but we do have our work cut out for us because all of our stuff is currently not in the base, so we're going to get busy with the base build in the next episode, get our stuff organised and sorted out, and then think about making perhaps a more robust Horde platform, because if we can make a Horde platform with kind of a platform sort of, yeah, just going off to one side so we can access it from here, then we don't have to go far from home to fight the hordes, and if spitters show up it shouldn't matter, but we'll make it far enough away that they're not likely to take out the treehouse, because if it's right adjacent they are still going to do damage. So we're going to have a bit of a think about that one, I think. Okay guys, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, you know what to do. Hit that like button and let me know. Also, feel free to keep your comments and suggestions coming. And until the next episode, keep gaming, keep surviving, and stay happy. Bye-bye for now.